I'm Dan Rappel. I'm a father of 3. I'm an architect, live in Chicago. I am part owner of a firm called Coup LLC. We do hospitality, commercial, schools, civic, that sort of architecture. I built an ice rink really for a couple of reasons. And I came to the conclusion that part of the reason winter is miserable in Chicago is people don't do anything outside. They don't enjoy the season. So my wife has a lot of family from the UP. Her mom's originally from the UP. And they're always posting pictures of themselves, ice fishing or snowshoeing or cross-country skiing. And it, occurred to me their winter is much worse than ours, and we just don't get out in it and enjoy it. So that was a primary reason to do it. My son's a hockey player, and my wife ice skates too. And so it seemed plausible. And then the other component of it was, growing up when I was a kid, we had a next door neighbor who was a general contractor, and he had, access to equipment, including a bobcat. And one winter, kind of like the winter we're having now with a lot of snow, he created this incredible toboggan run in his backyard. And it was probably only 12 feet tall, but I was maybe 8 at the time, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the entire world. And I kind of wanted to recreate that dad magic that they had, that I experienced, that I remember as a core winter memory, potentially for my own kids. From a ratio of work to enjoyment, it's probably a 2-to-1 ratio. So the building of the rink, the maintenance, when it snows, you got to shovel it off, you have to resurface it. But I enjoy it, sort of I enjoy gardening, I enjoy being outside. So I would say just from a pure hours standpoint, I probably like it the most. I would say the hardest part is the first year it was building it, for sure, because you have to figure everything out. You're basically building formwork for water. That's what you're building. It's one of the few reasons to actually be on Facebook is the interest groups. So there's an interest group called Backyard Ice Hockey Rinks, and it's mostly dudes from Canada and Minnesota, and they've figured everything out over the last 80 years or however long they've been doing it. I had to learn how to lay things out, how to make sure it's square. You figure out how much slope is in your yard, all that. But that's in the past now, and I kind of know how to do that. This year, for sure, it's been the snow removal. I mean, you can just see the piles around. You have to basically remove the snow as soon as it's done falling, or else, especially early on in the rink, it pushes the ice surface down and the water comes up around the sides and turns everything into slush. And then removing 3 inches of slush is horrifying. It's such hard labor. But this is just plywood from Home Depot. So it's 4x8 sheets of 1/2-inch plywood, ripped down to 16-inch strips, treated 2x4s pounded into the ground every 8 feet for supports. And then in between that, there's kickers that go back into the ground with grade stakes every 4 feet. And then there's lots of companies that sell these giant tarps, or liners is what they're called. They have to be white because otherwise they absorb heat and your rink won't work. And then it took a long time to figure out how to lay things out properly. And then the thing that you learn about your yard is it's not flat, but it's made a lot easier by the knowledge out there, especially on this Facebook group. Every problem that you have, people have had. My wife was a figure skater growing up, but she disapproves of the ice surface normally. She wants a more manicured ice surface, but she's a really good skater. So on the other hand, Jonas, he just turned 15. He still plays hockey, and he gets a lot out of it. And I think last year was the first year we did it. And I think he was skeptical maybe that it would even work or how much he would like it. But I remember after the first or second time he skated on it, he was like, "Dad, this is incredible." And so he really likes it. He's out here every day. He's noticeably gotten better. It's not a very big surface. It's 24 by 44 feet, but that's big enough to work on things like transitions from forward to backward, crossovers, backward crossovers, his slap shot. He's a defenseman, so he needs to work on his slap shot. And those are all things he can work on out here, and he has fun with it. My eldest daughter, who's 17, did not have a lot of interest in it. She had skated when we'd done open skate and stuff when she was growing up, but didn't express a lot of interest. She's a competitive softball player, and she kind of always saw herself as like, this is my lane. But this year, right at the beginning, she learned how to skate just like pushing around a chair and then picking up a hockey stick, and she's been on it virtually every day and can ice skate now. My youngest son, Wyatt, is 7. He and his next door neighbor buddy Oliver skate almost every day, and they've learned over the last couple of years how to ice skate. It's been great. So everybody uses it, everybody enjoys it. To maintain an ice rink, an outdoor ice rink, you have like a stable of tools that are required. So at a minimum, you need a snow shovel. I have a big squeegee that we use to take the shavings off the ice and to kind of get it as clean as possible. So those are like your 2 key tools, and then you need a way to put water back on it. So there's like a million ways to do it. I found that if you have a really rough surface because you had a big snow and it screwed up the surface, or you've got big cracks in the ice or whatever, the best thing to do is a hose. You can use cold or hot water. I think hot water is a little better down to a certain temperature. And then you just have a sprayer attachment and you can lay down a layer of water. But if you want to get a really good surface on it, the best thing to do is a homemade Zamboni, or what a lot of people, at least in this Facebook interest group, call a home bony. In my case, it's a old kitchen garbage can with a hole drilled in the bottom of it. You fill it with hot water. It's got a length of flexible PVC with a valve in it, and then that flexible PVC has a piece of rigid PVC which acts as like the water distribution mechanism that you would have in a Zamboni, and that's wrapped in a towel, and that allows you to meet out the hot water at a certain rate and drag it behind you, and it works just like a Zamboni. One of the big enemies of the rink is leaves. If you leave a leaf on a day like today, even though it's like 15 on your rink, in 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, it'll be a 3-inch deep hole in your rink. It's just the like energy from the sun heats it up, pushes it right through the ice. Every year I'll make improvements. So for instance, I'm not sure if it's in the shot, but this net behind, this sort of safety net, was an improvement this year that I need to make that a little higher. You can buy things to line the inside of your rink so that it has more of like a hockey board feel. There are people that have incredibly picturesque rinks, including like full height boards with sponsorships and logos and crap like that. You don't in Chicago, you would never put anything in the ice because it'll just melt everything. So I would never stripe it. Some people put like frozen waterproof lights underneath the ice and then can light it up at night. I'm a purist, I guess. So yeah, I think that's about it. This may be close to the pinnacle. I have a friend who I've known for probably 20 years, 25 years maybe, and I make music with him. He's a pedal steel player, and he lives like 2 or 3 blocks from here, and he grew up really playing like high-level competitive hockey, and he loves this rink just about as much as I do. He's here virtually every night to skate. His name's Heinz, and he appreciates it about as much as I do. Like just being outside, the moon is out or it's snowing lightly and you're outside skating. Nobody's telling you when to get on or off. You can have a beer while you skate. It's great.